Get your bars up, I get it on me, yeah I do. Endorsement, whole team pull up in Porsche. We came a long way from them Porsche. Get your bars up and get extorted. Get your bars up, I pulled up, shot his car up.
What up, world? It's your guy BA for Real 100. Welcome to Get Your Bars Up reaction. Salute, salute, salute. So we back up in this thing with another one. But first and foremost, what I'm gonna give you a second to do is hit that like button. Why? Because it's free and it gets us into the algorithm. So go ahead and hit that like button. I'll wait. All right, I appreciate it. I know y'all hit it by now. But with that being said, appreciate y'all for rocking with us today. I've been gone for a few weeks or whatnot because I've been over here, moving over here to this city, then going to this other city, doing business, having fun, whatever, visiting family, all of this good stuff. But y'all know I got to get back to my reactions. And a dope video was actually sent to me. I haven't seen it in its entirety, but I was like, man, I started watching it and I was like, nah, I got to watch this with my peoples. I got to wait till when I get back home to the bricks. When y'all see the bricks, y'all know what time it is. When y'all see the bricks, y'all know what time it is. But this is in regards to Kendrick Lamar. Why is the industry scared of Kendrick Lamar? Why do when rappers talk they little ish, but then when Kendrick kind of low-key responds a little bit, just gives them a little tap, they like, oh shoot, I gotta pull a J. Cole, I gotta get up out of here. It's gonna get real. I think I know the reason why, and I think a lot of y'all know the reason why as well. But we have to actually look at this particular video and see what this is about. And shouts out to the original maker of this content. He goes by the name of Luesta. For the original video content will be in that description box. So go ahead and click it if you want to see the original. But if you want to vibe with us today and actually go through this and see and see why all of these rappers are running away from Kendrick, then hey, let's go. But once again, the name of this particular video that we're going to review today and that I'm going to react to is called Why Rappers Are Scared of Kendrick Lamar. And I'm excited. Let's go. And if it sounds like some BS, I'm going to call it out. But if it sounds like it's true to be true, because Kendrick is one of them precise, if I put something on a piece of paper and I elaborate, I can attack the hell out of you if it's that type. And I'm going to keep it 100. Hey, I don't got no horse in this race. But hey, I am a fan of Kendrick Lamar. I'm a fan of Drake too. I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of J. Cole. But your name is not J. Cole anymore. It's Jermaine Cole. Until it's gonna be J. Cole again once you go get your ball back, bro. That's another whole story. Brother, keep being a brother. Keep doing your thing. Get your spirit right. Because Kendrick over here killing the game. But anyways, without further ado, why rappers are scared of Kendrick Lamar? Let's see what it's about.
Kendrick Lamar is terrifying to his fellow rappers, not just in the wake of his recent activity, but long before he was ever as battle-tested as he is now. At the minute, hip-hop is basking in the landscape where he destroyed Drake so savagely that his name is now being used as an acronym to warn others.
Don't rap against Kendrick ever. Yeah. You didn't sit home with the fucking BlackBerry or the bum composition book and write acronyms for your own fucking name.
But while Drake's defeat at K-Dot's hands has proven exactly why so few have gone at Kendrick over the years, what is it that makes his reputation so fierce in the first place? Well, there's actually a variety of factors that made it clear to the whole world that Kendrick wasn't a man to trifle with.
Yo. You heard with Joe Budden. I know Joe Budden. A lot of people don't like Joe Budden. They don't like him, but they like watching his podcast. I know what it is. But he even know this dude is Kendrick is one of them. The composition notebook when he write down it. Hey, put his whole name as an acronym. It can make your name into an acronym that you don't like. Why? Because his vocabulary is tested and his next level. Let's get back to it because I can get deep into what he's talking about right now. Joe Budden, just that Joe Budden clip got me. It was like, but hey, talk your ish, Mr. Luesta.
My name is Luesta, and this is why rappers are scared of Kendrick Lamar. There's a lot of angles to tackle why Kendrick has such a reputation for being one of the MCs that you just don't attempt to rhyme against. But one of the main reasons is that the reverence that the culture has for him trickles down to the top of the industry. Co-signed by Dr. Dre and passed the torch to the West Coast by Snoop Dogg, The Game, Corrupt, and every other OG you can think of.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna think this. Nigga, you got the torch, nigga. You better run.
Even the legendary Eminem once thought that his pen game couldn't possibly live up to the hype.
The thing with M was crazy to me. He kicks everybody out the studio. I took it as him kicking everybody out to see if that's really you writing them raps that you're writing.
Okay, because with Eminem known to be upset at rappers who use ghostwriters, that's a pretty fair assumption. But as Ed Sheeran remembered, he soon found out exactly why K-Dot was given so many props by people that he respected.
Eminem, he'd heard that Kendrick Lamar was the best rapper, and he invited him to the studio to get him on a song. And he arrived, and Kendrick came with all his mates. And Eminem said, "I just want you in the studio, just you on your own. And then my engineer's going to come in and then record you doing it, but your mates aren't allowed in." And then Kendrick did it, wrote a sick verse, and then everyone came in to listen to it. And Eminem said he did it to test Kendrick because he thought he had a ghostwriter. And
so you got Mr. Ed Sheeran. Mr. Ed Sheeran is mentioning this. So apparently so Kendrick went to he did the verse on the track with Eminem. Eminem said, "Get your peoples out. I don't want, we don't need no ghostwriters. If you got ghostwriters, I don't want to get on this track with you. Let's see what you got. Let's see who you really are." He stood toe to toe with him. He stood toe to toe with him and got on the track with Ed Sheeran and went crazy. I like this. And when you got people like Eminem, Mr. Rap, he's one of the most rappingest artists we've ever had. The way that he rhymes, his cadence, the way he rhymes, fast, slow, whatever he talks. Be talking to people's soul going crazy. And he can rhyme any word with a word that don't even rhyme with the word and it still sound good. I'm just saying. And he was impressed with Kendrick. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. This is a reason why a lot of artists can't do this. If Drake was in there with Eminem, if they was in the same, because I know they was on the same track with each other, but if they was in the same room, he's like, write your own ish. What would Drake do? Just saying, no disrespect. I still rock with you, Drake. I just don't rock with the allegations. That's it.
he then realized that he didn't, and then claimed that he was the best.
Ever since the two of them collaborated on Love Game off the Marshall Mathers LP2, Eminem has known that Lamar is among the elites in the game. And in a rare show of vulnerability from Shady, he suggested that he would think twice about coming for Kendrick.
It's the same thing if I getting on a track with Kendrick. I can never tell what the fuck he's gonna do.
Right.
Because he is such a chameleon of styles and he can fucking do pretty much anything, right? And he's so proficient at it, he's so good at it, and you don't know what you're gonna get. That to me is like a top tier lyricist, because it's like you can get your ass kicked any day.
This is Eminem saying this, by the way. Remember, this is Eminem. This is one of the top of the top of the top. This is one of the goats of this. Eminem is one of the goats. I know. Oh, he's a guest in the game. Nah, he ain't. Nah, he ain't no guest. He was a guest when he came in, though. He was. But nah, he didn't earn this. He didn't pay it and earned his way. Look at the record sales. Oh no, he a white boy. That's because he white. It's the infatuation of the white man rapping. I ain't trying to hear none of that. That man can rap. That man can rap. And when it comes to Kendrick Lamar and him co-signing this, that says a lot in itself. Just saying.
Besides overshadowing rappers on features, K-Dot never had to square off with other MCs in the same way that Shady had to in his career. But he always insisted that he had it in him to tear a rapper to shreds, even after he became a mainstream star. His entire Section 80 campaign basically revolved around the claim that he would kill your favorite rapper. Then, on Damn's Element, he issued a warning that all they had to do was say his name and they'll see Candyman. Then, after winning a Pulitzer Prize, he let his colleagues know what time it was on Rich Spirit, where he told them to stop playing with him before he turns you into a song.
Stop playing with me before I turn to a song.
Now, in the wake of...
he won a Pulitzer. That means, that means that you can write. You can write. You gotta be a next level type writer. Your metaphors and the similes and everything. You don't gotta be educated per se, but you gotta have the mind of somebody who is on the next level. And it's crazy how Kendrick, particularly, he's always said, please, just leave me alone. I'm better than you. If you want to try me, just say my name. He said he'd turn you into a song. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Hey, he wasn't lying, was he? This aged very well. That aged very well.
Pulitzer Prize. He let his colleagues know what time it was on Rich Spirit, where he told them to stop playing with him before he turns you into a song.
Stop playing with me before I turn into a song.
Now, in the wake of Aubrey's demolition and J. Cole waving the white flag, we know that wasn't an idle threat, as over these past few weeks, he's left massive footprints on their legacies. As they struggle to pick themselves back up, you can imagine that no one will be stepping to Dot anytime soon. But long before everything that followed Kendrick's declaration of "fuck the big three, it's just Big Me" went down, a real reluctance to cross him. In fact, when they let their ego get in the way and spoke out against him, they usually decided to pay homage instead. Because although he had never really been in a battle until Drake thought he could take him on, he already proved how much his presence and the chatter around your career can do with Big Sean. In many ways, Big Sean is pretty much the reason why Kendrick is going at Drake in the first place. By now, we all know about K-Dot's infamous verse on Control, where he hijacked Big Sean's track to let the whole industry know that even though he had love for them, he was trying to murder them and take their fans. At the same time, Big Sean insisted that he didn't even get bodied on the track, even though he opted to leave it off his Hall of Fame album.
Hold up, Big Sean. Big Sean. I'm trying to murder you, niggas. Hey, Control. Yeah, he got you. He got. Yeah, I know that was your track, but he did his thing on there. Big Sean, don't say that. I know you. He got everybody up out of here. He got everybody up out of there with that verse. It was crazy. It's still crazy. It's still aging pretty well right now. No disrespect to you, Big Sean. I know. Sean, no disrespect, sir. You nice. You nice. But Kendrick did get you, though. He got his verse was better. You was nice, but his verse was better. We ain't doing this.
That it was originally intended to be on, but he never really managed to escape its shadow.
I put that work in. Like, you're not going to disrespect me. I hop on any track with anybody, and I will not only stand my own, you're going to know that it's my verse, and you're going to know
That's what I like.
Except for Control. Kendrick watched you on Control.
No, stop it.
Sean, come on now. Come on.
And how long ago was that? What year is this?
That were you right? You got you
okay,
right.
okay.
You're right.
And I still don't feel like I got washed anyway.
No, you got watched on Control.
Whatever. Your opinion. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't focus on people's opinions. You know why? Because that's gonna throw you off.
Although he never fully accepted that there was beef, Big Sean did attempt to throw subliminal shots at Dot from time to time. For example, on songs like Me, Myself, and I and No More Interviews, people felt like the Detroit rapper was aiming at Kendrick's rapping style. But as is often the case, Kendrick never even acknowledged that anything was going down. Then, on the Hard Part 4, he let the world know that he heard what was being said, and that if he kept pushing, Big Sean would get what he thought he wanted.
My fans can't wait for me to sun your punk ass and crush your whole little shit. I'll big pun your punk ass, you a scared little bitch.
While he never got a formal
Yo, I know a lot of y'all that are new to this side of hip hop. I know a lot of y'all know Drake. Drake did the Hard Part 6, and he did which is the weakest one, by the way. Which is the weakest one. No disrespect to Drake, but it was the weakest one. I don't even know I know why he named it the Hard Part. But if y'all listen to the Hard Part series, if y'all have not heard all of them I'm talking about from 2010 till now, like 2010 was the very first one when you seen him out with J. Cole in them, because he came up with J. Cole back in the day. Like, it was fire. It was fire. And then on Hard Part 4, where he did say those lines, those lyrics, oh my God. People were scared that people were still scared to come back at him. Just saying, people were scared to come back at him. Yo, this is a genius. He's a lyrical genius. Just saying. It's another reason to be scared.
Would get what he thought he wanted.
My fans can't wait for me to sun your punk ass and crush your whole little shit. I'll big pun your punk ass, you a scared little bitch.
While he never got a formal diss track dedicated to him, Big Sean was informed in no uncertain terms that Kendrick would come at his neck whenever he wanted to. Meanwhile, the Control situation left such a permanent imprint on Big Sean's career that you can almost divide it between the time before that verse and everything that happened after. And in a move that has really set the tone for how people come out of the other side of squabbling with Kendrick, Big Sean speaks of him with nothing but admiration now, and basically acts as if there was never a problem in the first place.
The whole Big Sean Kendrick beef was going on, it was something I wish I would have spoke up about because there was nothing. So then I remember going online and seeing like, oh, is he talking about Kendrick? Because I was talking about people who rap fast. I wasn't beefing with nobody.
Insisting that he didn't want any problems, Big Sean still had to acknowledge that the whole thing has haunted him for years.
And in every verse I do, people be like, oh, is this a response? Is this a response? And I'm like, it's like, damn, I can't even show no aggression. People think it's a damn response. It got to a point where somehow it was just a weird tension between me and him, even though it was already said it wasn't no beef because people made it that way, right?
Although Big Sean probably got the raw end of the deal out of control.
People ain't make it that way. You made it that way. You, when people was talking, you was talking like, nah, I'm that nigga. That. You ain't nobody got nothing on me. I'll get on the track with anybody. Which you're supposed to do that if you're competitive. If you're competitive, what do you expect? This is hip hop. This has always been, don't get it wrong, you collab and everything, but it's always been competitive. That's why you have different subsectors like battle rap. The world that I come from, by the way, y'all, make sure y'all go subscribe to Get Your Bars Up Media, which will be in that description section as well. But anyways, if you want to hear that, if you want to get into the battle rap world with me, come over. But anyways, Big Sean, I like the way you toned it down though, but you got to understand it's because of you too. Just because of you too, sir. Just saying. Just saying.
There was another man on the track who goes by the name of Electronica. And although he was regarded as one of the world's greatest MCs at the time, he didn't escape unscathed either. Basically, Elect didn't appreciate the fact that people were saying Kendrick beat him on the track. In fact, he said that Dot was envious of him.
Kendrick will body you. Look, you couldn't pay Kendrick $1 million. Kendrick wouldn't tell you. Kendrick could tell you himself he couldn't body me. Kendrick, look, Kendrick is my son. Kendrick is my baby. Kendrick wishes that he could be me.
Followed up was his verse on The Curse of Mayweather, where he rapped, he got 11 Grammy nominations, y'all not equal, man, fuck these white people, which refers to the amount of Grammys Kendrick won at the time. He followed it up with, my grandmother died at 82 scrubbing floors, and rappers still running around begging for awards. Elect looked like he was practically begging for problems. Then, from out of nowhere, he seemed to have a change of heart and was giving Dot his flowers all of a sudden. Lastly, peace to K-Dot and TDE, because regardless to whom or what, we're brothers fighting the same energy. Forgive my past energy. Although it's unclear what made him switch up like that, Jay, like many rappers we're going to discuss, was another man who folded on Dot when he was put to the test.
We got to stop it right there for a quick second. This is a reaction video, so I'm going to be stopping what as this play, as y'all already know. Especially you new subscribers. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your guy. Yes. But anyways, Electronica, when it comes to, like, I can understand why he backed out because he's on that. He's similar to, he talk a lot of noise, you feel me? And, you know, he's older as well. So, like, similar to J. Cole, he noticed back in the day, man, I'm gonna have to let this young pup go ahead and do his thing, man, because he got the energy, he got the time, and I see something there. I see a monster in him. So I gotta let this roll and give him his props. Hey, you got it, young sir. It's your time. And plus, at the time, you know, he was dealing with with one of those was it the Rothschilds or the Roth something? He was dealing. Was it a Rockefeller or Rothschilds? This is one of them high class families or whatnot, part of that bloodline of what they call the Illuminati, whatever he was dealing with one of them. So I would have been probably over there doing my thing too and saying, forget hip hop right now. Go ahead, young fella. Go. I'm gonna get to these billions. So hey, Electron, go. You got it, sir.
For the most part, hip-hop's response to Kendrick's name drops on Control not only laid the groundwork for the Drake beef, but it also set the precedent for how rappers would tiptoe around him. At the time, there were tons of responses to Control, but they all seemed like they were carefully towing the line as to not go too far. For example, after feeling angered that Slaughterhouse were left out of the shoutouts, one of the group's members, Joel Ortiz, responded with the vicious track titled Out of Control, where he let Kendrick have it.
And you the king of New York, little homie, you ain't the king of New York, you the next thing on my fork.
But later on, he would do an interview with Vibe and say that he was actually saluting Kendrick for the most part. As for the notoriously fearless Joe Budden, he was hosting a live stream for the response track only to opt out and not release it. Amid responses from Papoose and others, Kendrick remained so calm about the whole thing that it would be impossible for it to not strike fear in their hearts.
How you feeling about all the comebacks lately from your Control verse?
You gotta try harder.
So when they gotta
try harder. He shut Slaughterhouse down. He shut Slaughter. Hey, man, Pap, you try to catch a little fade too. Pap, you can rapidy rap. You can rapidy rap too. But Kendrick got a lot of these niggas retracted. They got to try harder. I like that clip. Luesta. That was perfect. That was a perfect set in. Yeah. I like that.
Back down, it really made the whole culture realize that Lamar was to be treated with respect. Basically, there's always a caveat when it comes to K-Dot slander, rather than anyone really coming for his neck. I mean, just look at what happened to French Montana when he attempted to diss him. Over the years, French has had a few things to say about Kendrick. First off, he claimed that he was being pushed by the industry.
Why you think Kendrick sells more than like street rappers?
Because they position him like how they did in the Grammys as the new music. Well, I don't feel like that's,
or maybe because it's good.
It's not that it's not the right thing to do, but I just feel like you see, it's like the whole thing was like Kendrick night.
Then, more ridiculously, he said that he had more hits than him, only to be clowned relentlessly by the internet. If we're just talking about anthems, me versus Kendrick hit for hit, I believe I can go neck to neck.
He said he got more hits than Kendrick. I know this is in the past. It got to be in the past, but this 2020, you got more hits than Kendrick. Yeah, I know you got a good 5 or 6 that made it out past your region and was like club songs and stuff like that. Maybe was you a part of reggaeton? Was you a part of that sector that I just never heard those tracks either? Because you hooked up with Becky G and all of them over there. Salute to them because I love my reggaeton family. They family too. If it ain't that, then I don't know. Wouldn't rap? No. Kendrick got albums that actually are fire. Where like he got albums of work that are like he got whole albums would go crazy. It's 3 certified albums where you can like literally you can let them things play through. Just say it. I've never heard about from you that you can do that from. Just saying. No disrespect, French. Dope personality, and you came from the battle rap world too. That's how I know you, sir. Years ago. Call it the Fight Club. Look it up. He was battle rapping versus I forgot who it was. But yeah, just saying.
I've been making hits for a long time. I love Kendrick. That's not just for Kendrick. That's for anybody they put in front of me. However, not everyone agreed with this. I mean, even other rappers hopped on the bandwagon to mock him for it.
Stupid ass nigga say he got more hits than Kendrick Lamar.
Hey, free Thugger. If Thugger wasn't on that bullshit, but free Thugger, because you know he about the people. He do a lot for his community, especially when he was out. I know. Just saying. Free Thugger.
Fool. The man said he got more hits than me and Kendrick. Bro, your drink ass ain't got more hits than no motherfucking Kendrick, and you ain't damn sure ain't got more hits or anthems than me. You smoke hard. Why you tripping? You're on real dope.
But while he had smoke for Thug and engaged in a war of words with him over it, French Montana never tried to provoke K-Dot any further. And now, just like everyone else, French has since basically apologized for even thinking he could mess with him and said he was just in his feelings at the time.
I was just heated. I ain't win a Grammy for Unforgettable.
That's what it was?
Yeah, but Kendrick is my dog. But just that one day at the interview, I was just so heated I ain't win, and he was the winner. And I was just like, yeah. But I fuck with Kendrick. I fuck with the whole team.
Opting to say that he was in the wrong rather than say Kendrick had any part in it, this is a rare show of humility for a rapper. And while Cole has been taking all the flack for getting up on that Dreamville festival stage and saying that his 7-minute drill diss song towards Kendrick didn't sit right with his spirit and would be deleted off streaming services.
When I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel. That shit disrupts my fucking peace.
History shows that he's not the first person to make his apologies to Kendrick. And maybe fear of being dismantled on a verse wasn't the only reason. Although his immense talents on the mic are one major factor, French extending his love to Kendrick's whole team is important. Because as these rappers likely learned before going at his neck, messing with Kendrick requires you to go up against an army. And while Kendrick might have been a good kid in a mad city, he's got a whole city behind him. And there's something dangerous about Kendrick that not a lot of people speak about. Growing up in Compton, Kendrick was exposed to the gang lifestyle early on, and many of his best friends were active members. Then, after joining TDE, he suddenly found himself in the midst of the Bounty Hunter Bloods and Hoover Crips as he teamed up with fellow label mates Schoolboy Q and J-Rock. as well as a whole host of other people who were repping sets. Recently, Kendrick's gang ties have come under the microscope again, because if the rumors are true, Cole might have received a tip to back off from the beef that sounds not too dissimilar to what you'd see on the streets from Schoolboy Q. Reporting from Dreamville Festival, an unnamed source revealed that it was actually Schoolboy Q who allegedly warned J. Cole to stop beefing with Kendrick before the apology. I'm not specifying what kind of warning, whether it was a bullying move, a Debo-like maneuver, or just a friendly heads up. I don't think it matters at this point.
Nah, so I kind of get this. So even though a lot of us as hip hop fans, we wanted J. Cole to get into this whole situation. We wanted him to, because it's no disrespect to Drake. Drake makes the hits, he makes the songs, he writes. He's always top 10, the highest viewed, the highest streamed artist, usually year after year for the past, I don't know how many years or whatnot. But when it comes to rapping, just pure rap, pure hip hop, lyricism, Kendrick, J. Cole, or Jermaine Cole, both of them here. They're both here. And we wanted to see that clash. But Schoolboy Q did Jermaine Cole a favor, though. Because if Jermaine Cole, I know he's changing in his life, he's getting more spiritual and everything, but if he would have went at it with Kendrick, he would have had to drop that spiritual bag real quick and go crazy. He would have had to stop vibrating super high and lowered that vibration, turned down that frequency, and went crazy, and would have probably been a monster too. And then next thing you know, they both exposing each other. They both exposing each other super crazy. Because you see, Kendrick, he don't just rap. He give you warning shots like, chill out, you keep going. That's when he exposed everything in your back, everything that you got in the closet that you trying to keep in the closet. That nigga, for some reason, he finds somebody, he finds a mode to go in that mug, and then, hey, next thing you know, he got all your information. Just saying, better leave that man alone. So salute to you, J. Cole, even though I wanted to see you in this, but salute to you. You did the smart thing. Schoolboy Q, he might have saved your reputation. And you know you one of my favorites, but yeah, you still got to go get your ball back, though. You got to go get your ball back, man. He took your football, man. He pulled out a wad of money and said, yo, I could go buy me one, and still walked off with your football. Just saying.
But based on what Punch, TDE's president, said, I think they gave him what he needed to hear to bow out of the battle with as much grace as possible. Whether he was letting him know what kind of heat K-Dot had in store for Drake with the abuse allegations, or telling him to ease up before things got dangerous, this whole situation proves that whatever Kendrick is getting involved in, the streets he grew up on have his back. In terms of gangs, Kendrick has long been rumored to have connections to the West Side Pyrus. In addition to his affiliation to the red side of the city, Kendrick also has uncles who are Crips, several of which have served lengthy jail terms for gang-related activity and armed robbery, and he's still locked in with them to this very day.
Does the crew come out every time you come to Compton?
Yeah.
As a result of his connections, as well as old pictures of Kendrick dressed in red, Drake's recent assessment that he isn't affiliated to a set on his new track, Family Matters, has been ridiculed by people from Compton, while at the same time respecting Kendrick's desire to withhold that from becoming a big part of his identity.
Drake says you don't bang a set, and he says the game bangs a set, even Chris Brown bangs a set.
He just don't know Kendrick.
That's what I'm saying. Like has Kendrick renounced his hood affiliation at a certain point?
Kendrick just don't be priding himself off of his gang culture. So I guess people think that he a non-affiliate. I don't know if we posted, but hey.
But obviously, the fact is Kendrick severely downplays gang affiliations.
The push-ups was in his hood, wasn't they? The push-ups that you talk about, they at the park.
Yeah. Once again, the clues for Cali having his back have all been there in the music. On Section 80's Poor Man Dreams, Kendrick has a line where he says,
The city got my back. Before that, I give them my torso. You think about it.
Basically, what he's saying here is that he can say things with his chest because he knows that he has the city behind him. And when you look close at those videos of Not Like Us going off in the club, he should definitely feel more confident in that than ever.
He got the club going crazy. They not like us.
But while this could be taken literally for the whole state of California, that line may contain allusions to his gang ties. In an interview from back in the day, Snoop Dogg went into more detail about this.
It's just that he's a nice guy, so they have a problem with it because he doesn't have a gangster approach. But let me let y'all know, he got 100,000 motherfucking gangsters with him. So y'all better watch what y'all say. You understand what I'm saying? Keep it hip hop, because that's what he did. He kept it all hip hop.
In spite of the fact that Kendrick hasn't ever definitively said he was a gangbanger, what we do know is that there are times in his life where he moved like one. Back in the day, Dot tried to intimidate AD of the No Jumper podcast and back on Fig because Kendrick thought he was from a rival neighborhood.
Hey, you want to know a crazy thing about Kendrick, bro? My first encounter with him, he thought I was somebody else, bro. He low-key tried to press me.
Who?
Kendrick Lamar.
Who do you think you were? Gorilla
He
Black?
from a different hood. I guess some niggas jumped him back in the day. And I came to the studio and he was mad. He was like, "Hey, you from Almond Block?" And I was like, "Nah," but he was hot.
You banged on him back?
Where's Almond Block?
No, Almond Block is another hood in Compton. And I was like, "Nah, I ain't from Almond Block."
You thought you were lying.
And he was like, "You is from Almond Block." I'm like, "Nah, I ain't from Almond Block. I'm over here."
He
was like, "All right," and then we was cool after that.
But
he was
say,
mad.
"Oh,
Though.
all right."
No, he was mad. Yeah, he was mad. Like if I was from Almond Block, he would have got his get back on me that day.
From the gang members which regularly appear in his music videos, the musical appears like mustard, proving that they'll throw away any other relationship to ride for his Cali comrade. Dot's status as king of the West Coast and everything that entails it would make anyone think twice before coming at him. But while there was speculation that Kendrick wasn't to be taken lightly, it's safe to say that this Drake battle has made that crystal clear. Although OVO stands like Maul or academics may argue otherwise, there's no denying that Kendrick washed Drake. Bearing the music itself, the fact that he overthrew Drake's record for the highest streams for a rap song in a day with a track where he calls him a sex offender, it's just diabolical.
If you listen to the lyrics of They Not Like Us, which I know a lot of y'all are probably jamming that still to this day, the lyrics in that, how he is going at Drake, so he calling him a fan, a freaky ass nigga. He telling people to go run for your life and then stab this way. Are you my friend? Hey, just saying. That is very diabolical. And the thing that's scary about that track per se is that's not even the Kendrick that the people that actually follow his music throughout the years, that's not even his whole type of style. This is a new Kendrick Lamar archetype that y'all just opened up to the public, which is scary. Just saying. 11.8 million streams. Right now I think he's at 70 something. I don't know, something between all of his tracks. He has 3 songs. He has 3 songs in the top 10 right now of most streamed. That is crazy. Drake just fell out of the top 10 with Family Matters because Family Matters dropping Giving 50 was up there for a quick second and that fell off, and then Family Matters was hanging on and that fell off. But you got Meet the Grams, Euphoria, and then you have Not Like Us, and we ain't even counting Like That. I know that was just a verse. But hey, that one little verse started all of this, y'all. That's crazy. One verse got everybody in their feelings, just like Control did. Yes, sir.
Now, fans are waking up to the fact that he just wasn't to be messed with. I knew Kendrick Lamar was a dude that needed to be left alone when that video of him doing burpees in a parking lot while listening to oldies dropped. Something is clearly wrong with him. Look at this fucking psychopath. His willingness to take a rapper out aside, what's happening to Drizzy these days further explains to why he wasn't challenged before now. Because while people have been throwing jabs at Drake for years, it doesn't matter if they don't hit the general public. But with Kendrick, you have a rare mix of someone who isn't just obscenely skilled, but also has the platform to slander you and reach huge audiences. It's the fear of embarrassment. He's a better rapper than almost everyone in the industry skill-wise. He can do both mainstream and underground style music when most artists just choose one and never change. Because he can immortalize you in a negative light in the form of a classic hit. If you needed proof that this is a real thing, just look at this school teacher's comments about the change in tone around Drake in the wake of Not Like Us dropping.
I, up until today, taught at a very Drake-centric high school. Rich Baby Daddy is the most frequently requested song to put on my class playlist. If I ask students what they're listening to in their headphones, Drake. The week after the leak was a nightmare. But today I walk in and I can feel that there has been a tectonic shift. Oh my God. This is a Kendrick school now. I polled my classes on what they thought, and they were ready to throw down for Kendrick. I had like one Drake defender in each class, if that. And honestly, I feel bad for those kids because they were getting screamed at.
As people move to the sides, he has even hit Drake in his pockets. According to Billboard, from May 3rd to May 6th, Lamar's discography earned around 50 million streams, up 49% from the previous Friday to Monday tracking period. Meanwhile, Drake's overall catalog is actually down when you similarly compare his streams from that weekend to last weekend, and remove his 2 streaming available response tracks, Push Ups and Family Matters. Although Kendrick won't overtake Drake's streaming numbers as a whole, what is clear is that Kendrick's versatility has proven to be a weapon, and as Eminem suggested earlier, one of the reasons why it's not advisable to test him.
If you go through all these records, from Like That to Euphoria to 616 in LA to Meet the Grams to Not Like Us, none of those records sound the same at all. It's the widest range I've ever seen in the amount of time in any diss battle ever. When it comes to the rapping and the music, fuck all like the timeline or what's true and what's not true, who's rapping and who is putting out the better records. Kendrick Lamar checked every fucking box sonically that you could think of.
Rory, thank you. Thank you, Rory. Thank you, Rory. Thank you for being super objective. Even if you do got ties like Maul do, because Maul was in his feelings and Maul has been on this. What you talking about? Oh, that sounds like trash. Nah, you just rock with Drake. And it's cool. We all rock with Drake, but we got to be honest. We got to be honest. So, Rory, salute to you, sir.
From his pen game to his potential gang ties, there are lots of reasons why Kendrick is feared, but the biggest reason of all should be how seriously he takes his craft.
I'm so passionate about hip hop, man. Like, I don't know what era everybody else come from, but I listen, man. Like, we play house parties, bro, every night. I love it to a point I can't even describe it. And when I heard these artists say they're the best coming up, I said, I'm not doing it to have a good song or one good rap or a good hook or a good bridge. I want to keep doing it every time, period. And to do it every time, you have to challenge yourself and you have to confirm to yourself that you're the best, period.
This explains the responsibility he feels to uphold standards, as well as why Drake taking the culture without giving back bothers him so much.
This is not something you just play with, you know, get some few dollars and get out, you know. People live their lives to this music. It's my partners in the hood right now. They listen to rap every day because it's the only thing that can relate to their stories and their tribulations. You have to take in consideration what you write down on that paper. And if you're not doing it to say the most impactful, you're doing it to be the best you can be for the listener. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Always one to keep his sword sharp, Kendrick would never allow himself to lose with that kind of mindset. In a genre where other rappers lose their hunger over time, K-Dot has always stayed as determined to prove himself as when Overly Dedicated dropped. At the same time, never bothering anyone unless he feels provoked. To explain why Kendrick is among the most feared rappers of any era, we need to borrow a phrase that dates back to Roman times. If you want peace, prepare for war. Whether you may realize it or not, Kendrick stays ready. And after destroying Drake, he's probably bought himself a whole lot of that coveted peaceful life for decades to come. Unless someone is stupid enough to ignore these warnings and try him again.
If you want peace, prepare for war. That's a fact. That's a fact. Shout out to Luesta, man. This was dope content. This was dope content. It actually was super dope to go through this and actually enjoy it. As far as I've seen other documentaries and other clips or whatnot of things that people put together that wasn't as detailed as this. I think he hit it right on the head of why rappers are like they got to second guess themselves before they jump into the ring with Kendrick Lamar. Little old Kendrick Lamar, what Drake says, size 7 shoes, this, that. What else he said? He said, I always act like he for the slaves and everything like that. Hey, yeah. Self-conscious, brother. Brother's conscious. You feel me? Hey, he can rap. But not only can he just rap, he can write. He can write. He's an amazing writer. Pulitzer. Man, come on. I think this video is self-explanatory of why people should watch how they step. Watch how they step to Kendrick, period. Before he even said it earlier in the video, he said, what? I'll make you stop. Don't say my name and leave me alone before I make you a song. And like I said, they not like us. Hey, they not like us. Dear Aubrey. Getting into Meet the Gram, stop it. But anyways, shout out to Luesta. Make sure y'all go over there to his video as well. That's the link that's in the bio. Go ahead and hit the like button. Go watch it again over there. Help running those numbers up and all of that good stuff, man. This was dope content. I was actually excited about watching this. I seen the first couple of minutes. When I seen the first couple of minutes, I was like, I was in Chicago and I seen the first couple of minutes. I was like, nah, I gotta wait. I gotta wait a few days until I'm really on vacation. I get to be at home to actually go over this with my people. So hey, it's an honor to be able to present this work to y'all. Yes, with another one. But anyways, shout out to Kendrick Lamar, man. Shout out to everybody else that was in the vid too. That was that shot at them, and then they picked up their shells and the shell cases and everything, and then ran back. It was like, oh, my fault, man. I shot at the wrong person. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Hey, the safety wasn't on. I'm sorry. And then Kendrick just let him go by. I was like, all right, go ahead and do your thing. Just don't say my name or you'll be a song. And I have to make you a pack. But anyways, I got to get up out of here. This shit got BA for real 100. This is Get Your Bars Up Reaction. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. You rock with me, I rock with you. And if you're out there hating, just because you think I'm a new guy, you just not stumbling upon my channel, and I've been doing this for a minute, then all I can truly say is thank you for coming and get your bars up. Salute, subscribe, all that good stuff. Y'all tell me in that comment section what y'all think about this track. I didn't think this was going to be 40 minutes, but hey, it is what it is. Appreciate y'all for rocking. Share this thing, get it out. You go on the channel. We're almost at 700 subscribers. Yeah. I think I'm going to get something out once we get to 1,000. And if you are into battle rap, go to Get Your Bars Up Media, which is in that description as well. We're on our way to 20,000 subscribers on my battle rap page, where we actually strictly battle rap per se. Go over there, go get into the battle rap world. I think there's some stuff over there that you'll like. Interviews, all of that stuff, top hip hop artists, all of that, yada, 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 yada. But over here at this reaction channel, we're going to continue to rock. And once again, shout out to the Swifties. They still showing love, y'all. Hey, I'm starting to rock with. Hey, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that here. But shout out to the Swifties, though. I appreciate the Swifties. But anyway, peace and love. We out. If you don't got your bars up, you can definitely hold this L. This L is not for a loss. It's for a lesson. Why? Because we stay giving them peace and love. Holla.
Get your bars up, I get it on me, yeah I do. Endorsement, whole team pull up in Porsche. We came a long way from them Porsche. Get your bars up and get extorted. Get your bars up, I pulled up, shot his car up. Yeah.